guys, so I'm here again for another video, and then it's gonna be another tag because like I always have a build up of tags and I just want to make them all at the one time. But anyway, the tag I'm going to be doing in this video is the spring cleaning book tag. I was tagged by Aoife over at Fred Weasley Died Laughing. Thank you for the tag. I hardly ever get tagged in things, so whenever it happens I'm just like, oh my god, this is so cool. So I got tagged to do this one, so it's like I have a tag where I like, you know, gotta do it, which is pretty cool. I have my list of stuff here that I'll probably be reading off because I don't want to mess up saying what the questions are. Question number 1, the struggle of getting started. A book/book series that you struggle to begin because of its size. Most of the books I've read, I haven't really been very daunted by the size of them, and I've read them, so I'm going to say a book that I actually haven't read yet, and that is the Mistborn trilogy. Well, this is the Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, but it's like the Mistborn like whole series. It's just, they're so big, and I've heard so much that this is such a complex fantasy world, and I don't know if I'm ready to get into this, and I'm kind of like freaking out about how big and daunting this is, so I'm worried, but I will get to it. But I feel like I want to buy the other 2 books as well before I like actually start reading this, so I'll have to see what I do, but I definitely am intimidated by this book. Question number 2 is cleaning out the closet. A book and or book series you wanted to unhaul. Well, I actually don't have any books that I want to unhaul at the moment, but one that I unhauled like a month or 2 ago was Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It's just, I just had a very strong dislike for it. It's just, I thought it was going to be this great book and it wasn't, and I just had to get, I didn't want it in my, like, I didn't want it taking up space when I just did not enjoy it. So I know it's not a popular book, but it's just one that I didn't like, so I just had to get rid of it. So that's the one I'm going to use for this question because, like, I don't have anything at the moment that I hate. Question number 3 is opening windows and letting fresh air in. A book that was refreshing, and for that I'm going to pick Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This book was just so relatable, and it was just so good reading this because like it was sad and it wasn't, and it was refreshing, and it was just something I needed to read. Like the time that I read it was just perfect. Booktubeathon, best time to read anything though, to be honest, but it just brought me back into my love of fandom and reading, and just the characters in this were so great, and I loved everything about this. Question number 4 is washing out sheet stains. A book you wish you could rewrite a certain scene in. Well, I am going to pick Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes because there's a certain character death that killed me in this book, and I want to rewrite it so they don't die. And even though I will probably like what happens in later part of this series and like different characters having stuff happen to them, but it's just, I haven't read that yet, so like the characters that I just, someone in here that I loved so much and it was taken too soon, and it was horrible, and I need it to be rewritten. I need a new series. I need them to be alive again. Question number 5 is throwing out unnecessary knickknacks. A book in a series that you didn't feel was necessary. I'm going to say Ice Like Fire by Sarah Rash, and even though I haven't actually completed this series yet because, Frost Like Night, that's it, Frost Like Night is coming up, but it's just, the first book was so amazing and had such good plot, and then the second book it's just gone downhill, and I'm just like, why is this so slow and boring and nothing's happening, and then everything's bad is happening, and it's just too much bad, too much boring, like such a downfall to the series, because the first one was amazing and this one was just like really not good at all, and it annoyed me just how bad it was, and I'm just like, what? So I wish that this was never written, or at least have it rewritten so the middle book is necessary for this. Question number 6 is polishing the doorknobs. A book that had a clean finish. I'm going to say Every Last Breath by Jennifer Armentrout because like everything that I wanted to happen in this book did, and just the happiness was all good, the enemy was all gone, everything was all good, and I loved it, and it's just, everything was perfect in this book, and I'm just so happy that my characters are all good, my feels are intact, and everything I love. I'd love a more series though. I'd love 100 more books. And one thing I do love too is it's got a clean finish because the cover matches all the other ones. A lot of people don't have this cover, and I'm so pumped that my bookstore had it, and I was just like, I don't even care how much this is, I need it. Question number 7 is Reaching to Dust the Fan, a book that tried too hard to relay a certain message. I gotta say, I don't have an answer for this because most of the books I've read, they've done enough for like relaying certain messages. Like I don't have a book that tried too hard, or at least in my opinion the books I've read I don't think tried too hard to do a message, and some maybe under tried, but I don't have an answer for this. And I was sitting there for like 10 minutes going, is there a book there? Is there a book? Like, I mean, there's so many books there, and there's none that I can think of. Question number 8 is the tiring yet satisfying finish of spring cleaning. A book series that was tiring yet satisfying to get through. I'm going to say the House and Night series by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, because this is a 12-book series, and I started reading it by book 8, I'm pretty sure. Was book 8? No, actually no, book 10 was out and I had to wait another 2 years for the next 2. So it was so satisfying when I finally, like, after reading these 10 books back to back and got them finished, to have the next one and then the next one come out. I was just so satisfying to finally finish the series. And even though a lot of people don't like it and they always stop by like book 5, I persevered with this series and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it's not the best thing I've ever read now, of reading so many more better books, but it's just that feeling of finishing a 12-book series. Like, it's like I have a 15-book series as well, but like they're all like a third of the size of this, so these are quite, like, you know, solid chunky books, so I was very happy to finish them. And question number 9, looking forward to next spring. Tag 4 people to do this tag. I am going to tag Grace at G-Swizzel Books. Who else am I going to tag? I'm going to tag AJ over at AStitchInTime. I'm going to tag Amanda Nicole at her channel. I will tag Aria over at BookGeekMovieFreak. I always get your name mixed up. I feel so bad. It's either Book Freak Movie Geek or Book Geek Movie Freak Book Geek. I'll tag you down below, girl. I'm sorry. It's just I have very bad memory. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching my video and I'll see you soon. Bye.